This is the Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge. Earning your living executing trades from the comfort of your home seems a lot more cool than most 9 to 5 gigs. Trouble is, if you don't know what you're doing, you can wreck your portfolio. But with our trading instructors, BK, Soto, and Mitchell, you'll learn how to day trade the futures market. Streaming daily, 9 to 11 a.m. Free. This is a free trading education channel. The Titan Futures 1 point a day challenge, where everybody is welcome. Get in the chat, ask us questions, learn. And now your instructors. This is BK, Soto, and Mitchell.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's October 16th, Wednesday, so thanks for checking us out. Sure appreciate that. Let me kind of quiet that down a little bit, but just thanks for checking us out this morning. Sure do appreciate it. But as you can see on my screen this morning, you see the legal disclaimers. Please take a few seconds to read those. As normal, they are just basically tells you everything here is for educational purposes, right? And any trades we take or talk about here on the channel is not a trade recommendation for you. Okay, that's something we do, and we're doing it for entertainment purposes. So please understand that and take full responsibility in your decisions. All right. So we'll kind of get that out of the way. Now, if you're just new to the channel, sure do appreciate you being here. Check out the description below, and you can kind of learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and what we kind of base this channel on, and what it's about. But we want it to be a good, cool place, fun place to come and learn to trade. There's 3 traders here: myself, Mitchell, and Soto, and we all have different different perspective of the market, I guess you could say. So it's a good kind of mix of trading experience here. So but we'd love to learn who you are, and if you decide to come check us out, get into the chat if you're in the live stream, and if you're watching the replays, then please subscribe and to come check us out each day. But we'd love to trade with you and talk about what we do here. So so read that description in the below the channel there, and then and we'll go from there. But anyway, all right, we'll go ahead and bring Soto in this morning. Soto, you there?
What's going on?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good, bud. Fired up. Ready to rock.
You're ready to rock, huh? I guess you've already been rocking a little bit this morning, hadn't you?
I have.
All right. Well, we kind of jump right into it then, man, and kind of get these things charted out. We did have news this morning. Did you check that out by any chance?
I figure we're in the middle of it. That's where I traded.
Okay.
But it was early. I just got on. I started looking for a stone. I had this thing going right into my stone, so I front run it. I took 2 ticks of feet, got my point.
Nice.
And then, but I did pay the price of about 5 minutes after that, or 10 minutes after that. I traded again. I lost. Entered a second trade deeper, or technically in a different zone, and I was able to get that point. I trailed, got my second entry at 2 points. My second entry at 2 points, but then it came back and took me out. I locked it in at 2 points. My rest of my contract at 2 points, so I was able to get that. But because of the second loss, or my first loss, it was a hard push down. I lost more than a point. I lost a point in the tick. So I'm averaged out right below my because I'm trading 88 contracts. So technically I've only got 73.1 right now. So I lost a little more than a point on my loss because of the quick flash, I guess you can say.
Okay, all right. So you've taken 3 trades, and you won your very first one, lost your second one, and won your third one.
That's correct.
All right, good job. All right, well, okay, cool. So, well, then that means you've gotten, and I know you'll show this at the end of the day, take a picture of that first trade out of the gate, which was a winner, so we can use that for the channel here. So appreciate it. So we'll go through that at the end of the day. So cool. Okay. If you look at my chart, you see we have I had an hourly time zone, hourly supply zone matching up perfectly with the VPOC yesterday, and it went right up and double topped right off of that, which was nice. I didn't get into the trade because I was marking up charts, but respected it perfectly and then rejected to the short side from there, so that was cool. I just didn't get into that trade, so that's what you see marked up on my chart. It was actually already done prior to price getting there, so it wasn't done after the fact. It was done prior to price even getting there, and it rejected off of that. So it was very nicely set there. Good morning, Paul. Hope you're well this morning, sir. So Soto, if you're just joining us, Soto's taken 3 trades already this morning. He won his first one, lost his second one, and won his third one, so he's doing good. So Soto, do you have any other zones drawn up?
Yeah, let me get that. I'm emailing you the first point. The first thing I did is after I got my point, I took a picture, for
Good.
the chat here on the video. And what you're talking about, that's exactly where I took my first trade there in the morning. So I entered in at 96.5.
Nice. Okay.
I'm using. I didn't use the hour zone, but instead I was using the 5-minute zone. I didn't get to the hour yet. And the zone that I was using for that trade is the 1655 zone. 1655. It's a little hidden zone, and I observed it triggered. I felt good about it though, and I took it, and I was even willing to front run it to the beat. Then we have a double top there, so I feel like that was a good trade. So let me
nice, yeah.
use that email. Okay, and let me see what zones I got here. I've got one down here. It's already been triggered, but we might be able to still kind of use it, or at least think about it at 645/650 now.
Yeah, that was triggered this morning early on. Yeah.
Yep. So I got that there, and then I got the hidden zone that I took my my third trade out of. It's the 705 zone. It's a hidden zone.
Okay.
All right. Not a big fan of that.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. And let's see here. So obviously, and I think we have to wait before we use this one. It's the 810 zone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. It's been pushed through too many times, but yeah, it's an area.
Yeah. Well, yeah, been hanging out here. So yeah, so we might not. Sorry, you might not want to mark that one up.
I'm not.
And then yeah, and the 820, but it's already been taken. 820's already been used. So actually, I'm going to delete. I'm going to remove my. Sorry, that's because I had that earlier this morning. It's already been used, but the 810 I'm removing. I had the 820. I'm also removing. It's already been triggered. Let's see. So that's it for right now, and I got to go to the 1 hour.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so most of the zones we had this morning have already been triggered, and traded out of. So they would all be second and third entries into the zones where we have to be very careful. Really not going to mark a whole lot up on the chart right now. So I'm going to kind of wait. I don't want to cloud up the chart and keep having to explain why we're doing that, So I'm going to kind of just leave it as it is. I've left the one trade up there on the hourly zone and leave that there. Just because that was the ideal trade this morning, in my opinion, and it was taken very nicely. One took a heat and took some good points out of that one, so that was good. I didn't do it. I didn't get in time, but I had it marked up prior to price getting there. But I was actually more in the middle of marking charts when that happened, and I just didn't pay attention to it. So, but that was the ideal trade. You can see how it went up to our area, and the line that I have there is actually the VPOC from yesterday. Price action, so it actually one ticked into it and then rejected off of it beautifully. So that was the ideal trade to be on, and I wasn't there. So But the cool thing is the zone and the line were already marked before price got there. Okay, so I ended up I was marking out at about 7:30 this morning, and price got up there at 8:25, 8:30. But getting kids off to school, all that good stuff, just kind of overlapped. But anyway, no worries. Lots of opportunity to trade today, so no reason to rush it. So we got. I do have some zones. Another hourly zone to the downside here that's drawn, but it's down here pretty good ways. But it's a good zone drawn down here at 29.75 is the high, down to 72.25, 29.72.25 would be the low. That's a zone on the hourly time frame. We'll be kind of being patient and wait to see if the price wants to get to that. So just kind of hanging out there on that one. You'll see
what candle? I'm sorry. What candle is that on the 1 hour?
That's a 1 hour. That is here. Let me pull up my 1 hour chart. Hold
on. I'm at the 1 hour right now.
Yeah, that's the 9 o'clock candle from yesterday.
9 o'clock from yesterday.
Yeah, it's a doji candle on the hourly. That would be that zone there.
Oh yeah. I just marked that up. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just marked that up. I didn't realize. I thought you were pointing higher on the screen, so I didn't. I was like, "Where are you talking about?" Yeah, I just marked that up. I think that's going to be a good one if it gets down there at 9 o'clock. Yep. It's going to be really good.
Yeah. From a 5 minute, sorry. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no worries. From a 5 minute standpoint, I've got a zone at the top. I'm going to draw up real quick. I haven't drawn it yet, but I'll go ahead and draw it now. At the yesterday at 14:30, it's kind of at the top. It's at the top of the value area high from yesterday on the profile. It matches up with that blue line. It's at 301.75 to 303. That's on a 5 minute chart. That's a good hidden zone there. At an extreme, so if price wants to get to that extreme, then we look for rejection there. Let me see. There's actually a lot of zones down in here on the 5 minute chart, down here towards the bottom. Well, those are some of the areas I've got marked up right now. I'm not going to overdo it, I guess you could say. Just kind of be patient and let price do what it wants to do and mark, because all the zones we could draw a bunch of zones through this area on my chart. We're not going to do it right now, just because a lot of these zones have already been triggered. So I'm not going to draw a lot of them right now. I'm just going to let new zones be created here. Okay. Don't want to get too active here and create all these opportunities and confuse ourselves as well as anybody else. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. I deleted those zones I called out to you. Because they've already been triggered. But for me, I already know what's been triggered. Because of the way I code things. But there's no point having them anymore. So I went ahead and just took them out. I'm just going to wait for some fresh ones. But like you said, I have my up north, or zone, the same one you have apparently. And then I have my little zone one there that I already took a trade out of. That's on the top. So I'm not gonna reuse that, right? That's a little higher risk because it's already been touched twice. And then I'm gonna look for within our bottom zone down there. I'm gonna look for, let's see if there's a spot for the demand zone at the bottom.
Yeah. So it's like we're gonna have to, if we stay in between those two areas, we're gonna have to wait for new zones to be created that I'm willing to trade out of.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to be intraday zones until they get to the extremes where we have zones created. At this point, we'll have to wait for new ones to be formed, and then we'll look to take trades out of those. A lot of zones that have already been formed have already been triggered and traded out of this morning. So. We'll have to be patient for new ones, and trust me, we'll get new ones. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting on them. So
for sure.
Yeah.
That no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, you've been listening to a little bit of, man, back in the day, some good old music. Like, man, I got it in my head. So if I start just suddenly going off rapping, some little Yang Yang twins, please beware.
Oh, yeah, boy, that'll be funny. Go ahead and do that. I'll give a good laugh about that. That'll give me a good laugh this morning. So they'll go off and do some rapping. Well, we did have trades. We did have news this morning. We'll go ahead and announce that. That was at 8:30 this morning. We had core retail sales and retail sales came out this morning, both negative. And that's where you see the big drop there. That was rejection perfectly off the VPOC yesterday. That's what you see the rejection. The moves down was from retail sales from yesterday. We do have some more news going on at 9. That's the FOMC member Evans speaks a little bit. It's a medium flags type news, so they will possibly do something, but not. I don't expect a whole lot. But it depends on how bad the news is or what he decides to talk about. So we'll be cautious and watch that. But the big news reports have already come out, and they've been negative. They were negative, so have to have just because of that, we have to have kind of a negative bias, a short bias, and but we'll keep our eye up for that though. So just chilling out this morning, hanging out, waiting. Got 15 minutes till market open. So we'll just look and news
I had a good talk with Paul yesterday.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Paul's doing great.
Good.
I think it's so I kind of told him, or we kind of spoke about him calling out the zones. Like, hey, if you got zones that we don't have, and he was like, man, he gets here before us, right? He gets started
absolutely.
Us. And he already. The cool thing is that I would say 98% of the time he has the zones that he already has drawn out. We go ahead and draw out, so we're all on the same page. So that's really cool.
That is good, yeah.
So
yeah, I'd love it if Paul you would do that, man. You can go ahead and call zones if you want to early on. I'm cool with that because, you're absolutely here before we are. So you can definitely do that, please. That'd be great.
Sorry, I was reading a message. I got a message seeing the BAC earnings announcement. I don't even know what that is.
Is that Bank of America?
Oh, is that Bank of America? Okay. Oh.
I don't know if it is or not, but I mean, there's.
Yeah, announced quarterly earnings of 0.75 per share, beating expectations by 47%.
Yeah, so that's always, you're in earnings season, with the stocks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know why I got that message, but I did. I'm kind of a big deal in the financial world.
Yeah, I know you're a big deal, man. You are a big deal.
They call me the featured trader. The featured traders of America.
Is that what they... You can't even say it without laughing. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I tried to. I may be the first Costa Rica national to trade futures, so that's kind of big. All 10 of us in the country are very proud.
You gotta be proud, man.
People are always rags, and people that don't know anything about trading, like myself prior to, where I am now, trying to explain to them what future trading is has become very difficult. Because they're like, okay, I don't understand. And I'm like, so I'm trying to explain it the best I know how. And I'm like, well, just, Google it. like, how can you trade something you don't own? Like,
Right.
yeah, listen, we're gonna have to read this. So, and like, you care too much. I don't care. I'm just here to make money. So,
Yeah.
but that's good to know. But at that point, after we got past that pretty good. LJ says good morning. Good morning, LJ.
Hey, good morning, LJ. Glad you're here this morning, man. So appreciate it. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, yeah, Soto's taking 3 trades this morning. Won his first one, lost the second one, and won the third one. So we're just waiting for new zones to be formed here. But he's done well this morning. We had a great trade off of you look at my chart there. That's the VPOC on an hourly supply zone from yesterday, and it hit it and rejected off of it perfectly around news time. We didn't trade it, but it was already marked up prior to price getting there, which was good, and it just showed it would have been a good opportunity if you wanted to take a little bit higher risk trade just for the fact that it was around news, but it rejected off there beautifully, so that was nice. So yeah, just kind of waiting on new zones to be formed this morning because all the zones that we have already been triggered, so we're not going to overtrade those zones. I can mark up about 4 or 5 different spots, but not going to do that because they've already been triggered, and we want to wait to get fresh new areas. We have zones that are out. You don't see them on my screen right now, but we have zones to the upper side and the downside here already drawn up, so we'll wait for price to kind of make its way to those extremes, and then we'll catch any new zones formed in between those areas. So I'm just gonna wait for that to happen. All right, so then now you're up to speed, man. So but thanks for being here, sure appreciate it. So let us know if you have anything in any zones or any however you trade. I always like to hear other people's methodologies and ideas. So if you got some, don't be afraid to throw them out there. All right, appreciate it. But go ahead, Soto. What were you saying?
No, I'm just messing around, but
Oh.
trying to kill some time. But
Yeah.
no, but no, on a serious note, trying to explain to my friends what futures trading is. I'm not the best ambassador for it, just because after you told me how to make money, I forgot. I didn't even know what you said before that. I was like, wait, what? What are we trading?
Yeah.
As long as it's legal, which it is, that's all I care about.
There you
So
go.
I'm not the guy that needs to understand necessarily every little detail if it's not, to me, part of the process of winning. So,
Sure. Sure.
now that's good to know later for sure, but for your own information. But when I was trying to learn, I didn't want to over complicate things or take too much or take information that is not needed for success.
Sure.
So,
I think that's good. You've proven that to be a successful formula there, not to overcomplicate it, right? That
yep.
goes right along with our method. We don't overcomplicate things, man. We keep things very simple, and they tend to work out more often than not, and that's the good thing. So
Yeah.
futures can be tough to explain if to somebody that doesn't have any idea about the markets,
Right.
so it's just better off not to do it.
Right. Right.
So
And I traded yesterday afternoon for the first time in a while.
oh, did you?
Yeah, it was around 12:45. Man, it was beautiful. To use the words of great Donald Trump, it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I took 2 or 3 trades, um, and I lost one. So I netted 2. So I think I must have taken 4 trades because I think I ended up netting 2.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but the loss, of course, was on a little flash. This thing keeps following me around. But I'm like, really? We got a flash at 1 in the afternoon, but which is 2 o'clock Eastern time. But yeah, it was good. It was a good timing going in. So
That's good.
kind of
Yeah.
happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul, I'd be interested to know, Paul, did you get in on the Auto Trader yesterday? Because the Auto Trader had a really good move yesterday. So I'd be interested to see if Paul's still trading that. I know he had stopped briefly for a little while, but
How did it do? How many points did it get?
It made $700 per one contract, per ES contract. So, um,
Wow.
yeah, so it was good,
Yeah.
and that was yesterday.
Good.
It
Pretty
caught
good.
that whole big move up from yesterday that you see on the hour. It caught the whole move, or the majority of that move anyway, which was good.
Oh, in the morning?
Yeah, starting around 10 or so.
Yeah. The same one I caught.
Yeah, you probably got the tail end of that, and then
Okay.
it caught at the beginning there, right around 10 o'clock, and or 11 or
Sweet.
so, and caught that whole big move up, or a big part of it anyway. And then the risk management kicked in and stopped it out, at $700 per contract profit, so that was good.
Wow, that is
So
pretty good. Yeah.
Tuesdays are one of those days you have to. It's a hit or miss, but you just have to be willing to let it play itself out, because it will, in the long run, it will net out a pretty good profit, on Tuesdays as well. But there's 4 other days that I really like it to trade, and it does extremely well on. And but that Tuesday is kind of a lower percentage, but when it hits pretty good, So, but anyway, so I'd be interested to see if Paul stayed in on that or not. But yeah, so we got a zone here. So do you agree with this zone here that's been created right here at the 920, 915 candle? That it is a little zone. I'll go ahead and draw that. Whether we trade it or not, it's another story, but it technically qualifies as a hidden zone there. So we'll watch that. But
Yeah.
the 915 qualifies as a hidden zone, so we'll mark that up. It was just qualified. We'll kind of leave that there, and we'll watch price as it gets back into there. We're only 3 minutes away from the open, so probably not going to trade out of it, but I'll just draw it up for the sake of drawing the zone,
Yeah.
The zones I like to trade out of at the market open are when a price is at an extreme.
Yeah.
That's the only time I really like to trade out of a market open scenario is say price at 925 a bar. I mean, a price is really either going really long or really short, real hard and fast for whatever reason, and it enters to one of our extreme zones there. Then I'll put in a trade in the opposite direction at market open. But other than that, I usually don't trade especially when we're in a kind of a sideways market like we are right here, and a bunch of stuff. Price could go anywhere it wants to open, So I don't want to. It's not a very high risk trade at this point, so we'll definitely be just watching price and waiting for price to create a new opportunity for us after the open at this point. For me.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's very true and wise. Like if the price was to go all the way down to our 1 hour zone at the bottom there, and within that hour zone we got the 5 minute zone at 74.25. That would be a great example of that, taking that trade there.
Right at the open, yeah, that would be a good area because we know there's going to be a lot of rejection there and a lot of buying at that area. So we would absolutely go in at that price. But the price is just kind of hanging out, going a little sideways like it is. Get prepared for it. Then we just have to wait for a new zone to be created.
Yeah. I remember the first time. I'll never forget this day. It's probably one of the greatest days of my life. You and I traded together.
Uh-huh.
I like how you laugh about the most serious thing in my life, but
yeah. If that's
well,
it, then yeah, that's funny.
it was the first time we traded together.
Uh-huh.
And like talking while we were trading, and it was right before the open, and we had 2 zones. I had 2 zones, and they were kind of fairly close, but one was already capped, and the other one was high capped. And I said, oh man, I'm not going to use it because it's been capped, and you're like, no, it's still good. And we ended up trading out of that, and we got our point on the open out of the cap zone. So that was really exciting. And then it came back and bounced off the bottom, but it never actually got to us. But we were just a little too deep into the other zone. So that was exciting. So that's when I knew that I could trade in the open.
If the right criteria is met, you can.
Right,
Yeah.
If the right requirements are there. I was like, it's game on, bro.
All right, there's the open, boys. So we'll kind of watch it and see. We figure that's going to bounce through some of these zones that have already been triggered, so not going to retrade them. But yeah, I mean, like right now, it's bouncing off a zone that could have been traded, but we're not going to do that because this is price has already been triggered out of these areas here. So we're going to have to wait for new zones to be formed and look to possibly execute trades out of those new ones that are formed. But let's give this a few minutes here, kind of let it get its energy and moving in the direction it wants to go, and then let all the retail guys come in and do what they're going to do, and then we'll wait for the institutional boys to come in and trade out of certain areas. So that's what we kind of watch this unfold.
That's a good point. But if people go back and listen, we called that zone out. Like you said, it's sort of been triggered, but we called that out at the 645 and 650 candle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again, it's really cool that I still get excited that, we're able to pick zones and they respect it to the dot.
Yeah, absolutely.
To the tick, rather.
Yeah, absolutely. And what people got to understand, we're only wanting them to respect it for 4 to 5, 6 ticks, personally, right off. And we'll get our point, but we'd like to catch runners as well, but we're looking to get, 5 ticks, that way we get in, get out, and get our point. So it just has to bounce out of these areas, which we know it tends to do quite often, but yeah, we're just got to be patient. We're going to see a little bounce right out of this area here, most likely, but we're going to be patient, we're not going to trade through it, and we're going to wait new areas to come get developed,
Just so you know, Mitchell is ready when you are.
Oh, is he ready? Okay. Let me go ahead and bring in old Mitchell here, and then, so hold on, guys, bear with me just 1 second. Part of the team here. So let's see if he's in.
What's up, gentlemen?
There he is.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man? Yeah, so we'll just be patient.
How you doing?
Pretty good, sir. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, buddy. Is the BK, is the accent, is that what it's funny to you that I have a strong accent?
I just know you.
Are so
I just know you, dude. I just know you. I know what you look like. I know what kind of facial gestures you make. I know what kind of when you say certain words, you little chuckle to yourself or your little laugh. Yeah, I just know you. It's funny.
I know exactly what it's like. Oh, hey, man, how's it going? Like, I made 43 points yesterday. What's up?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right.
Yeah, you guys in this trade also here?
Yeah, I've already been in it, man. Made my 4 points. I'm done. I will draw a new zone. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close here, but if this candle closes, I'll draw a new zone here at 9:30.
9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for this candle to close to the downside, though.
I'm jumping on it.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay. I wish there's a way I could see who I was on, because
Do you what?
Nothing. I'm talking to myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so annoyed yesterday in the afternoon when I traded. I have put a trade in the north of us, and then because there was a good zone there, but then the price started going down, and it was going into my other zones. I put a trade in. It would have been perfect, and it didn't let me because I didn't cancel the other trade, and I was like, no, and I missed the trade. It would have been just beautiful. I was like, oh man, so annoying. So, things that happen to us. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
First world problem.
I'm not going
So this is a little. Yeah, I was going to ask you. So I feel like this is a little high risk here because we didn't get a strong close out of push out the area, so they can easily go to the zone north of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it probably will cover a lot of this wick here, but it's just not the ideal setup for the zone for me. So I'm just not going to mark it up. I'm going to just leave the one we have at 915 or what have you. So I'm not even going to mark that zone right now.
I got my mouse back today, boys.
All right.
Uh-oh, he's dangerous now. He's got his mouse.
No, trackpad.
I don't know.
Squirrel in the house. She literally puts it in there and pretends it's an actual mouse.
Wait, who?
My daughter.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
You guys watch This Is Us? It's a local TV show.
Yeah, man, I tried to. It's too sad.
Yeah, of course. This is me before the show. Oh man, that's a stupid show. They always make it so dramatic, and then like the show started, and I started watching it. The whole thing. I'm in tears.
Yeah, don't be telling me. Don't be telling me.
Oh,
We watch
yeah.
it. We watch it on. We record everything when we watch back, so we don't have to deal with all the commercials. So we're like two behind right now. So we're like two
Okay,
behind.
yeah.
So don't be telling me what just happened, man. Don't be telling me.
I never make it news.
I don't do sad, scary, suspense.
That's a good show, man.
Yeah, it's so
got
good.
me into that, and it's a good show.
I watch it. She loves it, but
Yeah.
I'm wearing
We're
it.
coming back into this zone here, so let's start to talk about it. We're coming back into the potential area here.
Yep. I got a potential trade here sitting at 91.5.
91.5. Okay.
Yes, 91.5. I'm just kind of looking at price action here. It's bouncing off our right now of the. It seems we're expecting 930, which is fine.
Right.
We expected that. We just didn't like it because of the. We didn't get a strong push out and close out of that area. But I suspect if they can break a little higher, they may come to the very bottom of that zone. But for some reason, I'm a little scared right now, so I'm playing a little safe.
A little scared, huh?
You gotta be a little scared sometimes. That's what keeps you alive, buddy. That's why I learned a book about Iraq.
I'm gonna go in at 91 even here, and then see if I can pick me up.
Order pending.
All right. Let's see. Volume's down. It's a good push up, but I'd like to have a little rejection out of this extended push right here.
I agree with you.
We'll see if we get it.
Yep, we went to the very top of the zone and expected it really good.
Yeah, I like it to one tick above it. All right.
Are you sitting at 91 flat?
Yeah, I'm at 91 flat, so I'd like to
I'm
see
at 0.5.
I'd like to see a tick a couple into it.
I'm at 91.
You at 91.5?
Order
91.5. Contemplating 2.5, but I'm at 91.5.
Gotcha.
Cannot take any losses.
Well, that's not the right. That's not a good.
I may not trade, but I do not want to lose on a bus.
All right, well then.
You in the trade there?
Yeah, I'm in at 91.
Good.
So
Ryan is.
I'm at a quarter and hasn't picked up yet.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll just see if it kind of continues to come on down.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
there it
I
is.
need a couple more ticks. Come on.
Big money.
Target
There you go. I
filled.
mean, I just made my first one.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
Yeah, moving into one ticket profit here, which is it. I'm sitting out one ticket profit in the 90.75, so we're good.
Good trade.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. I ended up I was on a quarter, so it touched me, but it didn't pick me up.
Yeah, so.
I was at a half. It didn't even come near me. But hey, I didn't lose
I
anything.
was going to say, you didn't lose, though, man. That's
You
be
did not.
positive.
You did not.
I love it. I feel like that's a win,
It
guys.
is a win.
That's
Oh, yeah. Oh, your cat won't grow very fast by not trading, but it also won't lose either, so that's good.
technically, I'm undefeated in the NFL.
Are you technically?
Quarterback. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you've never thrown a pass, so you're undefeated. You're right.
Stop
all right,
filled.
just got my second taken out, so
All right.
one of the tick for the first shot. Not bad.
Yep.
Uh-oh,
All right.
y'all still in that trade? Y'all still in that area?
Yeah, I am.
I am as well. I'm in a trade now.
Oh, okay. Now look at y'all. All right.
Of course, this is.
I don't like that.
No, that's not good.
What are you talking about, man? Don't be panicking.
It's flashing up.
Yeah, but it's respecting that 845 zone is what it's doing right there.
Yeah.
It's gonna play with that zone right there.
I'll just move my 1 point stop.
No, don't you dare do that,
I'm
man.
kidding.
Punk, you better never do that.
That was a joke.
I know it was.
Y'all should know me better than that.
Yeah, I do. What are you guys at right now? So
I got as much as 0.5, and then it flashed to back to 0. I'm at a quarter profit and a half profit.
So some of y'all, Soda, where are you at?
Oh, we just got it. Oh, yeah, I'm running now, boys.
Oh, you guys are both in the profit now, right?
Yeah.
No, I lost. I'm out.
Good
Oh, you
job,
lost.
sir.
Ouch. Dang, so that's tuck right there.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 25, so lost it right to the 10.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Mitchell got you one. Good job,
That's
Mitchell.
$7.50, boys.
Hey, that's all right. You on that
That's
micro
a lot right
contracts,
there.
man. That's micro. That's all right, dude. That's points, man. Look at the points.
Yeah.
Hey, that was like 7,500 right there. That made me feel so good. I got that skunk off my back. I'm rolling now.
There you go. There you go. Good for you.
That's fun.
I'm kidding, so I'm sad that you lost. But technically, I won it before you lost it, so we can count it as a win for our team.
No, I lost it before you won it.
Dadgummit, why did you admit to that?
Well, he's already made a point this morning. He made his first trade already.
Oh, okay. 2:45 a.m.
Yeah, he made 3 trades before we even came on this morning. He won his first one, so he's already sent me the picture of it, which is what he's supposed to do. So Mitchell wanted the glory on that one to get the first trade of the day, man.
I never get it. I'm not nocturnal, so I don't get it. I'm making turkey and cheese sandwiches while Soda's swinging trade.
That's probably right. Oh, that's fun.
Paul said no, he didn't get to run the hour.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Can we run it on Tuesdays?
Yeah, man, you can run it. It made $700 a contract yesterday.
I don't have Tuesday.
Yeah, you
I
got
don't
Tuesday.
have Tuesday settings.
Yeah, you got Tuesday settings. You should.
Maybe it was. I'm scared of Tuesday because it lost me.
Yeah, Tuesdays are not. I mean, they're
Yeah,
either
I
gonna
got
win big or they're gonna lose.
Thursdays and Mondays that we don't have.
Yeah, we don't run it on Thursdays or Mondays. But we run it the other days.
Okay, sorry. I was
No, you're good.
should have done it last night, but
Well, it would have been yesterday. It would have been yesterday at like at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
okay.
Yeah. We caught that real big move yesterday. Yeah, I mean, Tuesdays are kind of one of those that, it only wins about 50% of the time, but Um, if you got, but you have to run it consistently for it to come out to be profitable on Tuesdays, you know. And because it wins so much more than it loses as far as the profit targets, but so Tuesdays are kind of a little higher risk. So, but
I got all these friends on Facebook been selling makeup. Seem like they're doing really well.
The white makeup.
Yeah, it's like, those pyramid schemes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think I'm gonna get into it. Some trade money.
Hey, if you get into it, can you get me into it? And then if I get more into it, you get the money that I get, right? And then you get what I get. I love Michael Scott when on The Office when he learns about a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I have so many friends that are into them. They constantly call me. Dude, just come on, like it's just this buy-in, and I'm already making this, and I'm not even working anymore. Like, yeah. Sounds good, bro.
I'm like, working anymore?
Well, then, like 2 months later, the same person calls you, different scheme. Like, hey, I'm into this now. It's like, oh, you don't say.
That's funny.
As y'all can tell, I'm in a better mood today.
Yeah.
I get a win. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm glad you're in a better mood because I would be really concerned. You heard about the airplane situation going over China?
No, sir. Tell me about
Better not say it here on YouTube.
You're going to feel really terrible if you read about DL Flight 583 going down. I hope it torments you all your life.
That's the difference. Is I will be confident that you survived, and then we just never found you, and you started a new life in Ukraine.
That's how you justify some feelings.
Yeah.
Well, he's still alive. He's just got a better life. He's just.
I'm a pretty nervous flyer. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
You seem
Dude,
nervous about a lot of things, man.
It's not necessarily about flying in general, like domestic flights I don't get nervous about because there's so many airports they can land at. But the whole over the ocean thing for that alone, and I'm a control freak. I mean, it's a personal problem, but I am. And not being in control kind of freaks me out. Like if I could sit up there with the pilots, I'd be happy as all get to talk to them. But something about sitting in the back and having no idea what's going on freaks me out. But they make some for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a couple of clips.
Thanks, man.
Something I do watch on a serious note. I watch a lot is the airplane disasters.
Yeah, I watch that too.
I think that's as a future pilot, I think that's where it's beneficial.
Because Mitchell, you're a pilot. You got a private pilot's license, don't you?
Yeah. And still nervous. That's the thing. It's because I'm not in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other instrument ratings? Are you having any
I
instrument
don't,
ratings?
and that's my next goal. As soon as I can break out from a full-time job and can sustain life trading, that's my goal is to get on my instrument. I won't fly like my family or anything until I'm instrument rated.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just because you never know, you get up there and something pop off. I mean, it's probably the biggest killer of all pilots is getting into meteorological conditions and not knowing what you're to do. But my dad, on the other hand, man, he'll be like, "Oh, it's good. Let's roll." It's gonna clear up.
Your dad said,
There's a hole right there in the clouds we go through.
your dad said this to me, and this is true, 100. He would only go flying with you. He would not take your sister or your mom. He says, I could put him in danger, but no, if I'm going to take my wife and my daughter, I'm going to get another pilot.
He knows that I won't let him do anything. Like, I lecture him the whole time. He said I was worse than flying with his flight instructor. Because I was like, you're going too slow, you need to speed up. You need to speed up. You're too high. You're too high. You need to come down. You need to come down. He was like, can you just quit talking?
You're like a nagging wife up there, man. Just
Yeah, the whole time. Finally, he'd be like, just you fly there.
Dude, that's good.
Well, yeah, especially at night after he admitted that he can't see the ground.
Yeah, that's a different story. I can't see the ground, by the way, but
I'll be honest with you, son, I just can't see the ground.
that's reason we're blowing tires when we come into land.
He did blow a tire, man. He was so embarrassed about that.
Yeah, that's funny.
I said,
Your
"What?"
dad is like legally blind.
Oh, yeah, I can't see anything if you lose glasses.
Yeah. Wait, depending on your glasses to survive.
We took out a desk at one time, and I didn't have my seatbelt on, and he hit some like pocket, like he took off too soon after a jet, and there's no air that displaces all the air, so we hit the it's called weight turbulence, and oh my word, the plane just started like nothing you'd ever felt before. I kept hitting the ceiling in the plane, like I was bouncing all over the place. He's like, man, you need to wear a helmet.
You need it.
I was like, no, you need to pay more attention. Don't take off behind the Gulf Stream.
Oh man, that's fun.
It's fun though, man. That was some of my greatest memories with him is flying. He loves it like nothing I've ever seen before.
That's good, man. Yeah.
Made like a 99 on this oral flight exam and written test. I mean, he loves it. The day he took his sign off, it was the windiest, worst conditions ever. I didn't think he'd be able to fly, but he did it.
That's good.
Our old airplanes hanging out in Decatur in a hangar. I hope one day I can buy it back, surprise him with it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It's nothing. I mean, it's the oldest sin.
I love the story about Hillary, you and Hillary and him picking up the plane in Florida getting pulled over.
Yeah, they were all asleep, and I was running like 90-something in a 40. I didn't realize that the speed limit did that. And the cop pulls us over, and it's like, what are you going so fast for? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It was like 3 in the morning, so we're coming out here to pick up an airplane. Now, our flight instructor was 4'11". That is true.
And his name was Hillary.
Yeah, he looked just like John Denver. Think about John Denver, and that's what this guy looked like.
Oh wow.
And he was like, well, who's the pilot? And I pointed over there at Hillary, and the guy busted out laughing. He was like, son, how do you reach the pedals? And Hillary pulls out this pillow and goes, I have to put this behind me. We were so ignorant. So we hopped in that plane, and we're going to leave Cape Canaveral, Florida, and Hillary's just like perplexed looking at the dash. And I was like, everything okay, man? He's like, well, it will be, but just trying to figure out how to get it started.
Oh God.
I was like, you mean you've never flown one of these before? Well, no, but it's got wings. I was like, oh no, this is not good.
I'm surprised you didn't drive on back and let them fly.
Oh, God. But my dad gave me the eye, like, don't you get out of this thing.
That's it.
That's funny.
That is funny.
We had a good time.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you're just sorry about it, you're just hearing stories right now because we're waiting for trades. We took one trade this morning, and I took a trade this morning. You see on my screen there, I entered at 91 even, got my first point out at 90, and my trail, I got one tick of profit with my second position trailing. So out of this zone right here, you see the blue zone, but excuse me. But we're just kind of waiting on price to set up for new opportunities, and we're actually in a big area right now, to be honest, of demand, but I'm not trading it because it's too big. But just kind of telling some stories to pass the time until new opportunities set up. We have zones drawn to the high side and the low side, but you can't really see them on our charts right now. They're at the extremes, so we're just kind of waiting for price to either get to those extremes for us to give us an opportunity to trade, or wait for new zones to be formed intraday right here, kind of as we're talking before we trade. So we're just trying to kill some time so it's not dead air. So hang in there with us. Enjoy the entertainment from Soto and Mitchell, and we'll go from there. We'll just be patient. Thanks. Goodness. All right.
Have they found that girl in Birmingham yet?
No. Based on the news last night, they have not. They arrested 2 individuals, which is really confusing related to it. But they have not found her. So I'm guessing those 2 individuals must have taken her, but exchanged her, transferred her, or whatever, given her to someone else. So that's what I will gather from that.
That's so terrible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It makes me sick on my stomach when I hear that. People that are willing to do that are just
Yeah,
pure
that's
piece of crap
awful.
people, man.
Lowest life.
Yeah, I can't understand. I can't understand that.
And the lady that got arrested was on probation for kidnapping.
Good chance she did it.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah.
I don't want to say that. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
The judicial system's pretty wet.
Yeah, it is.
But kidnapping, though, it's like, yeah.
I mean, they're offering $5,000 reward, and I just don't believe that's to get somebody to talk. And as much money as there is in Birmingham and all, like, you throw 50 at it, somebody will snitch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
say somebody should just talk with for nothing if they when
Oh,
it
yeah,
comes to
for
that
sure.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
And
not
actually,
everyone
that person
else
should be.
power.
Everybody should be coming out of the woodworks if they know something about that one, and just get those people hung up or whatever, But anyway, hey, let me get some. I'm gonna step away for a second and get some water because my throat's. Hold on a minute.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Hey, bud. I was telling your dad, I was flying, I did a little flying, and my friends have airplanes, not me. I didn't actually fly, but I was just hanging out. I go with my buddies. He was he does, at the time, I think he still does, he did the most surgeries than any other doctor in North Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's constantly working. He runs three surgery rooms at the same time. So he'll get done with one, he'll go straight to the other one. He doesn't even go see the patient's family. He just calls them on the phone from the OR. Anyways, so we go flying, and before we go flying, he makes me watch this 20-minute video of how to fly. So I'm thinking he just kind of wants to talk about it. I don't know. And at this time in my life, I'm not interested in flying, learning how to fly. I just wanted to fly in. We get up in the air, and he was like, yeah, so you understood everything in the video? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. He's like, good. So if I have a heart attack, because he's older, he's like, if I have a heart attack, you can take over and land it. I'm like, take over? Let me tell you what's going to happen here, brother. You have a heart attack, we're all going down.
Yeah.
There's no, we're flying this baby. So.
Yeah, I told Madeline before, because she wants to travel a lot, and do that kind of stuff. And I said, before we start doing all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to learn how to land it.
Yeah.
Because you never know, man. You could even just get hypoxia or something and pass out and get right,
Yep. Choke and stuff. There's so many things that can go wrong. Like you said, if you're going to fly with your family, or even really anybody else who doesn't know how to fly, I would always have a co-pilot somewhere in there, unless they really understand the risk, like you and me, that are willing to do it. At that point, I was committed to the cause. I'm like, if I die, I die. But
yeah, you just kind of sign off on it.
Right, but like you said, you don't want to put your daughter or your wife in that scenario where they don't know how to do the basics. So his wife, my friend's wife, actually, she was not a pilot, but she could have landed the plane.
Yeah, that's how I've got a few buddies. They've had their wives take 10, 12 hours of training. So, so they can land and do that kind of stuff. They know how to talk on the radios and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It always freaked me out when they'd be like, Archer 1065, you got traffic at your 6 o'clock. It's like, you mean coming up right behind? Coming in close? They fly like right over the top of you or right up under you. I mean, they're 500 to 1,000 feet apart, but it feels like they're really close.
Right. I'm glad you got your points this morning, buddy.
Yeah, man, that made me feel good.
I hate to hear what would happen if he didn't get that point. I think it'd be a different story right now, wouldn't it?
It would be a sad day, boy. I wouldn't quit.
That's good. You gotta let it roll off, man.
But I think,
oh man,
I'm not a quitter.
that's good. That's good. Well, Price, come on.
Y'all will be without me tomorrow, but you may have me Friday.
All right.
Yeah, he's leaving tomorrow to China.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you heading to China tomorrow.
I can't believe her. Just be careful, man. You're out of the Turkey. Turkey's really messing around with the airspace out there.
Turkey?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I won't be near Turkey.
See, the problem is they're not fighting in Turkey.
Where are they fighting at? So where are the Turkish fighting at? So I don't.
I don't want to pull out rank here, but I got some intel here based on CNN.
So wherever wherever Mitchell's flying is where they're fighting out of. So
yeah, I didn't want to say that. The good thing is that their land-to-air missiles are limited only to 45,000 feet. So if you guys can fly above that, you're okay.
I don't think we can. I think we're about 38.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
That's not good.
Oh.
Soto says it's not good.
Okay.
Oh,
At least you're not flying on the Max 7. What is it? The Max 8?
737 Max.
Yeah. Because you were originally on the last trip, you were assigned to one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was assigned to one. They changed my flight. It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
I've flown on them before. I had no idea it was trying to kill us.
Yeah. When I was this girl in high school that her dad worked for UPS or FedEx. He was the pilot for one of those. I always forget which one. And of course, one of the first movies we went to watch was Castaway.
yeah.
So like, can't watch that movie. Like, I think about my dad. I'm like, oh, don't worry, the pilot dies. Like, he has to suffer.
Yeah, poor. I mean, it'd be quick.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, man. Hey, death is gonna happen quick in an airplane most of the time. So, yeah, just in case you're a Christian, then you're good.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you got a horrible bedside manner.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, and you know that's true too, man. I mean, that's true. Oh my gosh. So I have horrible bad side, man.
One day you're worried about something.
I'm sure all the people you saw in clinic and all your clinicals were pretty dramatized by the doctor as much as the problem.
Oh man, the best one. Stephen and I, who by the way is now a board certified physician. First one
Stephen,
we
is
did
it?
together. Stephen is, yeah, he's board
I was
certified.
gonna say, yeah, he is. Got to be, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you don't have to be actually, but he got board certified. You can actually practice without being board certified, which is scary. But
That is scary, yeah. Okay.
so, anyways, but Steven, we're doing rounds, and the doctor we're working with is like, hey, why don't you two start seeing patients by yourselves, like you two together first, and then you start seeing it by yourselves. So Steven and I kind of looked at each other like, oh yeah, no problem. So we go in together with the first patient, and we're like so confident, like we feel good, life is great, and I feel pretty good about it. And we go in, and it was a lady, and she's like, oh yeah, I got a bite. And she shows us this bite. I looked at Steven. Steven looks at me. We're like, yeah, we're gonna have to be right back because one of our weaknesses is dermatology, right? So we had no idea what to do. So
You told her she was gonna die in 3 days.
Yeah, look, I was like, listen, I'm so sorry. We don't know.
It should be quick though, so that's okay.
I started sweating. You know how I am, right? I started sweating like, man, I have not seen this since I've been in the Congo. I gotta call someone. So, we just stepped out. We're like, oh man, yeah, we'll be back. And we're like, yeah, we're not gonna see that lady. So,
oh, that's funny.
Good old days.
The good old days. All right, let's see. We're trying to break out here.
We got. Would you consider using the 950 cell now? No, the 950 candle.
The 950 candle.
Mm-hmm.
I would still rather use the 930 candle actually. So it's kind of right in that 950. I mean that I could use that, but I think it's going to be lower before. I think I think the price will reject from a lower spot than that.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of these zones that we had over here in price earlier are going to be flipped, and I just got to find which one it's going to be. Because if you notice, it actually respected our 645 zone. It flipped it and came up and respected it on the 1005 candle.
Yep. Sure did.
Rejected out of there. It was acting as demand, but it became supply. We were just yapping and didn't catch it, but I wouldn't have done it anyway. I just think we got to look for an area for it to reject out of here. I think.
What do you think about? Okay, yeah. What do you think about the 510?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at. I think it could be that as a rejection. So let me draw that up real quick. I think that might be a possible rejection there.
510 zone.
Yes.
We'll watch that one. And see, it could end up becoming a flip zone to supply here. That as well as actually even 550 potentially as well.
You said 550?
Yeah, it's kind of that area right there is going to be a supply. I just got to figure out where it's at. But that 550 could work as well. It's seeing it right now actually. It's pushing into that right now.
Yeah, that's 550. That's a good zone right there.
Yeah, price is stretching a little bit though, so I'm gonna hold off for a minute here. I'm not making any trades yet, but we got areas we need to start watching anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a trade in at 88. Let's see.
88 what?
88 and a quarter maybe.
88 and a quarter?
Yeah. See if it picks me up.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. I think 88 even's good. 88 and a quarter. Yeah.
Yep, 88. Yeah, just went right to 88 even there.
Volume's increasing a little bit here, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit.
Oh yeah, yes.
I could definitely reject out of here, but I'm gonna hold off on it.
All right. Yeah, it just bumped me, but it just picked me up.
I say it should probably just taking you in right there, huh?
Yeah, it just did. At first it bumped me, but it didn't pick me up. So now I'm in.
All right, so now we're
Get a rejection here.
I'm gonna stay away from it. It's not real pretty in the micro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in it yet. Volume's increasing, so I didn't take the trade. But there's a lot of rejection in that area, so hopefully it kind of continues to go down for you.
Yeah, let's see. We're sitting at 75 right now. Let's see if it goes down a tick or two more.
I would think about taking a short trade at 29.90 though.
At 90.
Uh-huh. Be honest with you, boys.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that? Not good, good.
I don't know. I mean, I think I've taken my trade out of this area because we're still so sideways. I think I've taken my trade out of this area for me at this point. I'm going to wait. You know, I mean, it might be the only trade I take, but it's just all the sideways action. And even in this last push down, we didn't break the low. We just double bottomed, you know.
Yeah.
So we're still inside this sideways action here, which is what I don't like. So we took one trade out of it thinking it was going to be the one that broke it. We took a good push down to the bottom of it, but it didn't break through it. So I think we're going to have I think you could probably take some trades in multiple locations here, but they're just higher risk, you know.
Yeah.
Did you get that point setter or did it bust you?
No, I'm still about to get it. It's sitting at 1 right now. See if that gives it to me.
I imagine it's going to give it to you at this point is because it went up and rejected because you got in at 25, so you took 3 ticks of heat or 2 ticks of heat.
Yeah. That'll be correct.
Yeah, so I think it's going to push down for you and get it to you, hopefully. Push on through there.
Let's see if it does.
Yeah, let's see if it does. Well, we'll see, you know, maybe not.
No, maybe not. Looking good, guys.
It always gives it to Soto.
No,
Oh, no, man.
Here.
Hopefully it pushes it. I mean, there's just a big buyer right here.
He's got luck on his side.
Yeah, it's bouncing off that 87 and a quarter.
Yeah, it's got a big buyer there. 481 and a couple of VPOCs, so that's where it's bouncing, man.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was afraid of, right there.
So I'd imagine if it can get you back down into that, I think you might want to tighten up your position, but it's gonna have to. I don't see any big sellers coming in to push it down yet. So that's what kind of concerns me. I'd lock in a tick or two well, you do whatever you want, but I just don't like the big sellers coming through.
All right. I went ahead and let's see if I lock in like that. Is that a tick right there?
There you go. Come on down. Come on. Push through that bottom.
1 point. Oh man.
Yeah,
there you go. You got it.
It's got to push.
Got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yep. Got it.
There it is. There you go. Good. Excellent.
There you go. It's the old Chinese trick. Be patient till the airplane goes down.
Yeah, exactly. I think you got lucky because we got big buyers coming right back in right there. So I think you got lucky is what I think.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you, buddy.
Well, hey, you got it.
Yeah, a little higher risk, but we knew that. I knew that going in. So.
There you go. That's it. You know that going in. That's all that matters. You're willing to accept the risk. Then that's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's probably take me out of here. I'd take profit, I think. Yep. All right. So I'm out of the trade fully. So good.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, I hope I hadn't heard anything from Alan this morning or Flash. I hope they're all right.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that. What awesome nickname, man. Flash.
Flash. Yeah, we did a bottom there from the 505 candle.
Yeah, so that's all. We just bounced right on there, so I'd like it to push through that before I look for any more little shorts. See, I bet if I run a profile here right through this area, I bet that's got to trade right at the V pocket. I bet. Yeah.
Do we got more buyers coming in?
I don't know yet. I'm not looking at it. Yeah, absolutely. We got buyers at 88, and we got some buyers at 88 and a quarter. Yeah. All buying right here, even on low volume. That's what's funny. There's a big buyer. It's all in low volume, so that gives us a possible good good feeling for a short here. So we'll kind of watch it and see where would that be. We did it.
Yeah.
Mitchell, you still liking 90?
Well, not with that candle, probably. Well, no, sorry, I was not paying attention. Yeah, if this candle will close with a little bit of a rejection.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our volume stays low and it just
I'm
gets
sitting at
way up there.
89.5.
Huh?
I'm at 89.5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's okay there at 89.5 actually. Even.
Yeah, 7.5 is a really good spot. I just want to be a little more conservative since I have won today. I don't want to lose, so
Yeah.
I'm willing to not get in it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Y'all like 90 or 75 or 50, somewhere in that area?
I think 75. Yeah, I think 75 up to 91 and a quarter is good. I mean 90 and a quarter. I think all that's potentially a good area of rejection.
Survey's gonna drop down to 89.25.
Yeah, guys, I'm riding 88, 8.5.
He's in right now. Well, screw it.
I'm in the trade right now, boy. Now, went ahead and moved it to 90 flat.
I don't like that it's sideways.
Yeah, that's kind of the kicker. I mean, one thing I would even consider is this, because of this last move down, that it's got potential to kind of go halfway up into that move there, and then make the turn. That's the only thing I'm looking at here. Why I would consider this trade here.
You gonna do it?
Not yet, no. I mean, it just touched 86. It just touched 75.
See, mine's touching 50. I'm a little lower than y'all.
I mean, it's at 50 right now, but it did touch 75 and rejecting there, which is the high value area on a profile.
I'm in, boys. Sorry about it, but
I mean,
I think you're okay. I think at 90 is probably not a bad spot there.
I like your confidence.
Well, no, I think the ideal spot was 92, and I don't know why I just did what I just did, but I'm in at 90 now. I meant to go to 92. I mean 90 and a quarter, but yeah, I'm in with you. So this might not be the best trade here. We just decided to take, but we're in it. A lot of buyers pushing up.
Yeah, they are doing that.
You said 92?
No, I'm at 90. I wanted to go in at 90 and a quarter, and I went at 90 even. And so
Oh,
I'm in.
gotcha.
So we need this thing to reject. We need a lot of sellers coming. There's a lot of buyers, but there's sellers trying to push in, but there's a massive amount of buyers going on right here.
Yeah.
So are y'all in?
I'm in.
Soto,
Yeah.
you in?
Yep.
Where y'all in at?
I'm at 90.5.
Oh, okay. Soto, you're in the best spot out of all of us then. Okay. You're in at 90?
I'm in at 90.
Yeah, I am too. I need this thing to reject. Nice here, because I might
Yeah.
sign up early here. I don't like it.
I may get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna bust us right here.
I'm not a big fan of that right there.
Yeah.
It's gonna bust us right there. We're done. Maybe not. Yep. We're done.
I think it's going to go to 91 and push us out. I think it's going to go to 91 and then reject a little bit. So we're just in a little early.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it goes. Well, I hope it goes down here. But
Yeah, I think it's going to go to right at. I think it's going to take us right out at our stop, and then it's going to reject because there's sellers at 91. So that's what
are
I'm
there?
saying. Yeah, I didn't. I was trying to get it 90 and a quarter, but I got in at 90 by accident.
Not so fast. I think we got it here, guys.
No, Soto, be quiet.
Here it is, buddy. Road tide.
What? Okay.
Get her done.
There's some sellers that came in right at 90 and a half. So
Here
it'd
it
be
is.
nice
See,
if
you
they
got it for
pushed.
confidence. I'm calling
Be
people,
confident,
bro.
baby. Be confident.
I'm making calls left and right here.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, yeah.
There it is, babe. Come on. 2 more.
Stop flipping those tarot cards over.
Yeah.
It wants to push down. It keeps throwing orders down there, but
Yeah, there's
it's
a lot of
good.
sellers at 90. I mean, buyers at 92. So I think it's just if I can just get it. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't take me out, if I get a couple ticks in, I'm gonna kill the trade if it gives me an opportunity. But it could take me out right here.
I agree with you.
You went in on 90, you said?
Yeah, I'm in at
Yes.
90. If I can get a couple ticks down into a little bit lower price range, a couple ticks in, I'll go ahead and move my stop to 1 tick in profit and kill the trade. I just don't like it.
All right.
I know I got in at
Yeah,
the
there it is. There it is. One more.
I
Come on.
need to go one more here. If it can go one more, I'm gonna drop it to 1 tick into profit and let it kill the trade. I need one more tick out of it. Come on now.
It's coming. It's coming.
All right,
Stop
Here it is.
hill.
all right, I got it and I'm out. Yeah, so I got it.
All right.
All right, I got 1 tick out of it, even though I going to watch it going down now. Well, that's all right. I feel better because I'm out of the position. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. That's good.
Yep, I got 2 ticks out of it as well.
All right, Soto, you got your
Yeah.
point?
Not yet. It bounced on the 1.
Right against the 1, yeah. So I had an entry at 90 and I got ticked out at 89 and 3/4. So I locked in that tick, please cover commissions. But so that's good. I'm okay with that, because I didn't like the position. I didn't get in where I wanted to get in, so I'm good with covering my position there and getting out. And so I stay profitable for the day so far.
Same here.
So that's managing a trade right there. Yeah, a lot of big buyers at 89.75 have come in.
Fire. So where?
89.75 came in.
All right.
Yeah, we would have been out right there. So we made the right decision.
See, mine still hasn't. I'm on the different market, but mine still hasn't flashed up. Like it will. I'd still be in.
Oh, okay. Well, it just hit 91 for me, so I'd have been out right there for my
Yeah, it got
loss.
to 97.5 for me.
So,
Went down as low as 89.50.
Yeah.
That's where I got out at. Was 89.50.
Yeah. So we made the right decision
No,
to manage a trade.
I did not like the stress.
Yeah. And that's probably should tell you something right there. If you're stressing about the position, you're not in the right position. You're not in the right
Yeah, we were
trade.
just a little too low.
Yeah. So we did the right thing. Managed our position and got out, so that was good. And now Soto's in at 50 here, so he's wanting some rejection right here, which I think you're going to get a rejection, but
Yeah, hopefully we'll get it here.
yeah.
I mean, I'd love for it to reject, give you your point, then blow through the 940, and then that way we could flip the 1015 into a zone.
10-15, yeah.
Come on, give it to Soto.
There it
He
is.
needs.
There it is. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's going to break here.
It's still respecting that zone at 915 we had drawn up. Still respecting that for the time being. I
Yeah,
don't know how much longer it's going to respect it, though.
I don't think it's going to respect it too much longer.
Yeah, I think you need to definitely get your
Yeah,
money.
I'm about to do that.
You can tighten it up.
Paul got a point.
Nice, Paul. Good job, man.
Very good, Paul.
Paul's been quiet, so it's good to hear he's got himself a point there.
Paul's a sniper.
He is, man. That's how I like it. You got to be a sniper.
All right, I'm out.
You're out with a loss?
Really am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just didn't like that price action, man. It was just not wanting to go down. It just kept getting
No.
rejection to the upside. So.
Yep.
All right.
I think flipping here. I think we're gonna have to zone flip.
Yeah, maybe. There's
Go
a
long.
lot of buying support right here. We're
Yeah.
still in that sideways action, man, and that's kind of the stuff I was talking about, man. It's just not the cleanest trades when you're in these sideways actions like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of buying, a lot of strength to the upside at the moment.
Good trade, Paul.
Where'd Paul get in that? Let me see here. Point made 29.91 and a quarter.
Yeah.
91 and a quarter to the short side, I'm assuming. Nice job, Paul. Fully.
We got new zones, boys.
Yeah, 10-25.
1025 and 1015.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we flip that zone, if the price will get down there.
Mm-hmm. Don't confuse me.
He says, don't confuse.
Hey LJ, you still with us, man? And have you taken any trades this morning? If you are, be interested to hear that. Same way with Alan. If you're here, or Flash, if y'all are here, have y'all taken any trades this morning? Get in some new chat here.
What's that? Is that Tuesday or Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Today's Wednesday,
Spoken like a man without a job.
yeah. Yes, he has. He did.
But just to be fair, I never know what day it is. All right. LJ is I am on simulation. Yeah,
I am
he's
on sim. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Sure.
Have you taken any trades yet, LJ? I think it's good that you're on sim, man. Stay on sim for sure until you feel comfortable with whatever method you decide to go with. Yeah, even if it's not ours, that's cool. Stay on sim until you're comfortable, man. No reason to blow accounts. There's one thing about trading, man. You can get greedy real easily without realizing it, and you could take
I made
some
3 points
big
on
losses. LJ, I made 3 points on sim. Nice, good job, man. Excellent. All right, so anybody like this flip zone here anywhere?
Yeah, I think I'm going to trade here.
Where at?
Looking at 91.5.
I'm at 91.25.
Yeah, I'm a 91 and 255. That's both pretty good. I'm gonna go 91 and a half here myself.
Order pending.
Here at 91 and a half. So let's look at some 91 and a half. So what's that look like? There's a big buyer at 91 and a half. So that's good. See if it'll bounce, or if it'll take us into that guy, and then give us a bounce here.
Good.
And I still just don't like doing it in the middle of all this junk. Damn. It's a higher risk trade for sure. Being in the middle of all this stuff, even though we're going to get support and resistance all throughout here, but it's just don't know which way it's going to break down or take off for good.
Huh. Oh.
Sitting at 91 and a half, see if we can get some love down there. Looks like it might just run on without us for a while.
Yep. It looks like we're about to go into our 1 hour trade here.
Yeah.
1 hour candles, right?
Oh, you went short. Where'd you go short at, man? Are you talking about at your 91 and a quarter? To the short side? Is that what you're referring to? You went short on that trade? Or right now you went short? So, Soto, do you have a zone inside of this hourly supply? Do you have a zone there?
I do. It's 96.75, so it's quite deep.
Okay, yeah, I've got that. I got 96.75. That's where we took off that
That's-
trade off earlier.
Yeah, that's the only one I got. And like you said, it's been triggered. We got a double top there.
Yeah.
That's unfortunately the only one I can see, unless you see another one.
No, not right now. Okay. So, price might come back and get us here. We'll watch and be patient.
On the zigzag
Mm-hmm.
indicator, what you said you have your deviation value at 2?
I don't know. I haven't used a zigzag in a long time, so I don't remember.
Oh, not zigzag. I'm
Order
sorry.
filled.
Swing?
Swing.
Yeah, too.
I'm missing. Yeah, for some reason I don't know why I did my swing here. That's
Are
what
you
I.
in this trade here? Because I'm in at 91 and a half, so you should be in if you got in it.
Oh crap! No, I removed it. You got your point?
Oh, not yet. No. I'm in it. I don't have a point yet. No.
No, sorry, I removed it
Oh,
because the
okay.
price went north.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can look at this here. 91.5. Okay, so you got your trade and you're about to get your point here. So
I'm at 3
good.
ticks right here. Just bumping into
Sweet.
resistance. Yeah.
Good trade.
Bumping into a little resistance though. So we'll see if we can push up here.
You think 2.5 is a good spot?
We go long.
Yeah.
91.25.
91.25. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a. Yeah, I do. I think that's a good spot if it can get to that. I mean, it still has. Yeah, there's some big buyers at 91.50, so I think it gives it a. There's Yeah, I think it is.
You got buyers at 91.50?
Yeah. All right, I'm touching my point.
Target
I
filled.
got my first point, but
Here we go. Good.
so I'm going ahead and I'm locking in 1 tick. So
Nice.
got a point in the tick so far. So let it run on up for me now.
Good.
There you go. Run, baby. Run.
Yes. Let it run.
Oh, I gotta pull in this target profit. What do I got way up here? I gotta pull that down. I'm gonna pull it right into the. I'm gonna pull my target right into that the beginning of that zone at 94.75. So, see if we can get it up into there. Actually, I'm gonna push it all the way up to where our other zone's at 96.75. I'm gonna push it up there.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, let's see if price
You
can.
got this trade. That's a good trade.
Yeah, let's see if price can run up there for us.
And you said you had the swing at 2?
Yeah, my swing indicators my swing's at 2. Yeah, the strength of it's at 2.
Perfect. Thank
That's
you.
what puts all these. That's what. Yeah, it's just good visual for me. It's just visually for me. That's all. It's me having to search for them.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. I must have deleted it. Wow.
Yes, so Paul said, yeah, previous trade was a 91.25 to a short. Yeah, nice. Nice trade there. That was a good trade, Paul. Good job, man. Good job. I'd like to have a little more conviction to the long side here. Hey, I just lost my Ninja Trader. Hold on, guys.
Okay.
I just lost my Ninja Trader here. Doesn't happen very often.
Did he answer that trade, Mitchell?
No, it never got to me. I pulled it.
Okay.
Would you go back in there? Are you gonna go back in there?
I think Well, Brian said that there were some buyers at 91.5, so that's
Yeah.
confidence. The concern I would have is that you got the 10-20 zone that they may try to go a little deeper into or down into that I will have to consider. Plus, you have your other zone down there at the bottom that was also flipped from the 925, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's my only concern is you got potentially some other targets out below it. And we close with no wick there at the 10:35 candle on the bottom side there. So I hope to see what Brian says if there's still some buyers, strong buyers at 1.5.
Oh yeah, let me see here. All right. They're still. I mean, they're. Yeah, I mean they're still there. They haven't been tested. I mean they're there, but
Yeah.
there's buyers at 31. I mean at 92.75, but there's also pretty heavy sellers there at 93 and 93 and a half. So there's a little battle going on right here. So
Okay. I think we're gonna get a little breakaway here. I think we're gonna keep going north. You still in the trade, yeah?
yeah, I'm still in the trade. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, did you lose your Ninja Trader connection for a second?
I did. Yeah, I lost it. I don't know what happened. That's why
Yes.
I was
That
sending
happened
them.
to me. That happened to me also earlier today, just about an hour ago.
So I was saying under my breath, and I didn't know if y'all heard me, but if I was in any kind of big position, because my other accounts aren't running, they run the auto trader, but if I was in a big position and that happened, I have the trading desk on speed dial, and I would have
Yep.
called them and said, hey, I would have called them and told them to kill the trade no matter what. Had that happen with real, but I only had one position of trailing, so I'm not worried about it. I don't care if it goes 10 points against me, I ain't worried about it. But my point is, had it been a big position in my other accounts, then I would have called them, and you'd have heard me call them immediately and said, "Kill my position."
Absolutely.
But so it didn't happen. So I wasn't worried about it with just one contract running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen to me very often. I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna have to look and see if somebody's working on utility lines or something, because that doesn't
Well, the
happen
same
very
thing
often.
happened. Same thing happened to me, like I said, about an hour ago, and for about 15 seconds, and it came back on automatically.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but we're all right. We'll just let this play out. I'm not worried about whatever happens here. So. Looks like it wants to roll over though.
What does that mean?
That just means the price is getting tired. It might want to move back here for a little ways.
Okay.
Or it could put it could, yeah, it could do a lot of things, but it's just kind
Yeah.
of looking like it's rolling over, meaning that it went up pretty good. It's starting to go sideways a little bit, and just kind of watch the bodies of the candles and the wicks, and if they get smaller and smaller, more rejection to one side or the other, it kind of gives it that rolling pattern or look to it. That's
Right.
what you kind of watch.
Yeah.
So it could just it could go sideways and just grab some. I mean, there's big sellers coming in right here, so it could go ahead and push on down a little bit. Got about 15 more minutes left in the live stream, so So you sent me that. You sent me your first trade already, right? The winner.
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Stop filled.
Yeah, so I'm out. I'm out my second runner there for 1 tick of profit. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna bounce right there at 91.50 and go possibly. Sell buyers are coming in.
Where?
Well, right now they're right there at 92 even, but I would. So I don't know.
What kind of order flow are you looking at for that?
Oh, I'm just looking at the volumetric bars at 5 minute.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. None of them.
Yeah.
Still bouncing off though. Still hasn't broken. I would like to see it break that 93.75.
Yeah, but it needs to run up there. Yeah.
I guess you guys didn't watch the CNN Democratic debate last night.
Nah, I missed that one unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or
I
fortunately.
caught myself, and I didn't want to, but I caught myself watching. I didn't get to watch it live, so I watched it. Oh gosh, I watched like an hour of it, and then I was like, "Why am I watching this?" I couldn't turn away. I hate that I like it so much. By the way, if I'm not going to name who, but if certain individuals get elected, our taxes are going way up. By the way, just going to give you a heads up on that.
Yeah, sure.
It's a chaos. This healthcare thing, man. Look, nobody has more compassion for healthcare than you guys probably, but.
I was gonna say, I know you better watch that.
Yeah. But listen, yeah, the answer is not. I can tell you what the answer is not, and that's Medicare for all. That's not the answer.
Absolutely not, man.
So the idea is great, and I know nobody's. I'm seriously. I've seen people impacted by no insurance or being dropped by their insurance provider because of health reasons or being diagnosed with cancer. But the answer is not a government-run healthcare. That if you want to see a preview of that. Go to any VA clinic.
Exactly.
Yeah. The wait is unbelievable.
Cut other programs, man.
Canada had a heart attack, had to wait 3.5 months to have open heart surgery.
Look, I don't mind doing something with healthcare to help some people that can't, certain situations, but instead of raising taxes on us again, cut other programs that are so grossly abused and bringing our whole system down. Cut those, fix those, like welfare, fix it. It's so out of control, and it's not being used for what it was originally designed for. I mean, you got people on third and fourth generation welfare making $50,000 a year, and that's not a joke. And they will never get off welfare because they're making so much freaking money by doing nothing. Fix that crap first. Fix that, and then go ahead instead of raising taxes. Raising taxes is not the issue. It always seems to be the answer for everybody. Is raise your taxes. Once they get elected, raise taxes and take it from the rich. Well, that's not what it is, man. That's not the freaking problem. That's not the answer to everything. All that is to get votes, because the people that are making all the rules, they're not paying the increased taxes. You know, Senate,
Here's my
Congress,
rant.
all them, they're not paying the taxes.
I was at Walmart the other day, and lady in front of me had about $150 worth of groceries. She paid $6.18 for them.
Yeah.
And which was fine. I had no idea who she was until I got to the parking lot, and she was in a 2018 Tahoe.
Yeah, exactly. That's. I mean, I'm
That's
telling you. I'm
yeah.
telling
I
you, that's
was
the
like,
issue.
well, we meet again.
We meet again. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with food stamps. I have no problem with helping for what it's designed to do. But the problem
Right.
is, it's so overly. I mean, I know this firsthand because I had a company, or I was involved in a company that we actually had a program that would go and get people and help give them jobs. You know, that were in a lower income area, trying to
Right.
help them in a certain disaster situation, to help them get jobs, to help. And I had a guy come up to me. He was about a 22-year-old guy. Came up to me and just said, I would never take a job. He goes, "You're an idiot if you think I'm going to take a job." And I was like, "Well, why? I'm trying to help you. I'm willing to pay $18 an hour. You know, that should be good money." And he was like, "No." He goes, "I'm going to lose money." He goes, "I'm third generation welfare, man. I make $44,000 a year, and I don't even get out of the step out of my bed. I don't have to roll out of my bed." And I just went. I mean, and he said, "I mean, it's that way for a lot of it. You know, the whole welfare system is totally jacked up. Fix that, man. Fix that." But the problem is, the reality is, you can't fix it because it's going to cause a civil war if you do. You know, that's what we've gotten ourselves into, and politicians don't want to tell you that. They want to just continue to make all the money off of it, and not tell you that's a big problem that we have to deal with. That one day is going to be caused nothing but it's going to cause a civil war in our country. You know, because of it, fixing that one thing. Because you've gotten so many people used to making so much money, not having to work, not having to do anything, and then but just tax the rich, you know, and the middle class, just keep increasing taxes on them, and you know, I mean, it's just not, and everybody's okay with that if they're not affected by it, you know, but the ones that are affected by it, you know, eventually they're going to revolt on it as well. But it's just a it's just, I mean, well, I guess it's not what this channel's about, but the government is our biggest freaking mafia and corrupt.
That's the biggest Ponzi scheme ever.
It's a big corrupt world. Our government is, and probably the biggest corruption in the world. We want to talk about Russia and all these other places. I think we're worse than anybody.
Well, I mean, how does a senator or U.S. representative that their salary is like say $100,000 a year? How does their net worth increase by $4 million while they're in office?
Well, that's it. I mean, I saw a statistic at one time that the freshman congressmen or senators, whatever you want to call them, you know, when they first go in, their average net worth is, you know, low six figures, if that, you know, and they come out with net worth in the high seven figures. So it's kind of like, well, with you taking $150,000 a year salary, how is that possible?
Right.
I want that math. Let me have that math. I want that math for me. If you can do it for you, you better do it for the rest of the world.
It's just good investments, man.
Yeah, it's good investments, all right. It's just I pat you on the back, you pat me on the back is how it works. Once you kind of get inside that loop up there, you're set for life.
Yeah.
I think it's an absolute joke that they're the ones that can make all the rules and the laws out there, and they don't have to follow any of them. I mean, that's the biggest corruption. And, it's such a freaking joke. It's unbelievable. And we as a people have been so dumbed down to we believe anything we're told and want to push the blame everywhere else besides where it needs to be, and that's right there in Washington. But we're so dumbed down to think it's everything else, or it's one person's problem, or whatever, you know.
That's why I've literally made a conscious decision that I do not watch any news.
Yeah,
Zero.
I don't like that.
Call it ignorance. I don't think it is. I mean, because you can't believe it. I don't know what's true.
Nothing's true anyway. It's all everything's got a turn on it. It's been that way ever since a voter registration or voter politics became available. It's always been a slant message anyway, you know. And now it's even worse. I mean, they're just blatantly breaking the law and telling you that they're not, and you should believe it, you know, because they're all higher than the law. Unless you're not patting them on the back, then all of a sudden they're going to turn on you, and that's kind of what I think's happening right now with Trump. Is, you know, he's not in there just bowing down and doing what they want, and they're just making the world. I mean, His whole
He's gotta
presidency,
be
he's
tired.
been under investigation. His whole presidency, you know.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got to be tired. I mean, that's just got to be draining.
absolutely. Dude. I mean, there's a reason why the politicians are doing that, and people aren't smart enough to see that. You know, they're all on him, not because he's a bad dude. It's because I mean, trust me, he's not my favorite guy in the world, but
No, he needs to keep his mouth shut.
he's the best politician. I mean, he's the best person we have in there, as far as I'm concerned, because he's not a politician. As far as a career politician goes, I mean, he's a politician to get things done in business wise, but he's not a career politician that makes their livelihood on attacking other people and patting each other on the back and stabbing each other in the back at the same time. You know,
And he's not scared to eat a Big Mac in Air Force One.
There you go.
So that's a big deal. He could
Yeah, no, it's funny.
eating escargot. No, he gets a number one from McDonald's with a Biggie fry and goes to town.
Yeah, just a quick side note. Joe Biden's son said this word for word. They asked him, well, are you concerned that, you only got that job in the board in Ukraine because of your dad, because of your last name? He said, every job I've ever had was because of my last name. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. The problem is that everybody does it, right? So the question is, when does it become wrong? If you do it, it's not wrong, but if somebody else does it, it's wrong. So.
Right.
So
I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, I don't have a problem because the reality is the world is a lot about who you know, not what you know. I don't care what you say. That a lot of that is, but it's when those things are done for political reasons and for political agendas to be passed. That's where I have a problem with it.
Right.
I don't have a problem with the who you know helps you get a job because me as a parent, if I excel in something in a business and I do very well and build my reputation on good things and good reasons, and my son wants to follow my footsteps, and I want my name to help him.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with that. It's
Yeah.
just to do it the way with corruption. No, I have
Right.
a big issue with that. When they're
That's
placed in there for corruption.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just-
Well, you're not into politics, though, BK.
I'm not into politics at all. I hate politics. I just I just know where the problems need to be fixed, or at least where they need to be start from. But we want to avoid all that question.
We do.
And that's where I have a problem with it.
Yeah. That's why the only question I wanted to ask yesterday at the debate was, okay, this all about healthcare. I know there's other stuff, but healthcare, I just wanted to be like, all right. So if we go to this will also apply to you senators and congressmen
absolutely.
and all politicians. Is that correct? And the answer would be no.
Absolutely.
And then then you got your answer there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And how are we not as a people just revolting about that? You want to oppose us to do this kind of healthcare, but you won't even take it for yourself and your own family. So how is that good for us?
Right.
And why we as a nation don't go after them for that kind of stuff. We just go off the stuff that they tell us to do, because we're so a bunch of sheep, man, a bunch of idiots is what we are become in this country, and believe everything we're told, and they're going to tell us things to sidestep the real questions and the real answers and shit and the real problems. So I agree with you, man. It's just a bunch of junk. I get upset about it, but I don't like talking about it. So we got a trade that was rejecting here, but we were on a political rant, but it wasn't going to be something we talk about anyway. Trading.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in stuff, updating spreadsheets and all that. So put y'all's information together for me so I can kind of...
1.5.
1.5. All right. Good for you,
Right,
man.
good.
Good for
Really
you.
good.
Back on the road to recovery.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right, so let me bring this in here. Here's the 1 point a day challenge spreadsheet. Let me go ahead and pull in Soto's trade this morning so we can update the sheet. All right, Soto, where is it? There it is, right there. All right, man. What do you keep sending me 2 sheets for? What's this one? Oh, it's 0.1.
See, I believe, unlike the government, I believe in options.
Do you? All right. Well, here we go. So, all right, guys. So, if you're just checking this out, this is the first point of the day by Soto here. This is what we always do. We always indicate our first point and win or lose, and we pull a picture of that from either Soto or Mitchell, and he got his first point here. So he entered to the downside at 96.50. Okay, and he exited a 1 point target at 95.50. You exited all your positions, Soto, at 1 point on that first trade?
No, I had a point in, no, it didn't. It came back.
There it is. Yeah, I see it now. Okay, yeah, so you had a trail, he had 1 tick trail, and it came out and took him out at 1 tick of profit on the rest of his positions. But the point is, if you're taking one point, one contract, 1 point, you got that, and there's the proof of that 1 point today. So nice job there. So we can update the spreadsheet to show that. 10, 16 here, 19, 1 contract traded, 1 point made, 0 points lost. Very nice job. So we're up to $857.60 in profit now. So that's great in 37 days or whatever it is. So very nice. Our total account's up $1,857.60. Very good job there, guys. Very good job. That's net commission, so everybody understands. We'll always put in a commission there, round turn, and that's assuming you don't have a lifetime license and have cheaper commissions there. We're using the max commission there. So just to make it as simple for everybody. So nice job, Soto. I think you made that one the first point. Mitchell made his first point, but he was a little bit later, which was good too. So that could have just as easy have been Mitchell, but Soto was trading through the night there in the wee hours of this morning.
It was 7:10.
So I'm just messing with you. But, so yeah, at 7 o'clock or 7:10, he got his point this morning. So nice job. And if just for FYI, you'll find out that between that 6 and 8 hour time frame around 7 o'clock, points are easily made because the setups are pretty easy to see in the mornings there at that time because there's not a ton of volume, but there's enough volume to make points, and you'll see at that time frame that the method works perfectly and usually get a trade out of that area. So that first point's easily made at that time frame. Just FYI there. But all right, so nice job there. So our 1 point a day challenge has been met again, so very nice job.
Yeah.
All right, so
and I'm this right here, and this may be the breaker when I break out positive and negative. Oh, yes, got the point, so we're good. Okay.
Oh, so you're in the trade right there. Okay.
Yep, I got in at 96.75.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it went on. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it went up there nicely. So 96.75. You got your point there.
Yeah, it took 3 ticks of feet though, but it's all right. So we're trading right now. Let me let's see here.
Yeah,
I know we're trying to. I'll make it closer here at 1 point all the contracts here. Let me see.
Mitchell got 1.5, so very nice. So,
yeah, because before this trade, I just got out. Yep. So I was sitting at negative 13, but now because of this trade, I just got in the positive. So I was going to be negative the day before that trade.
I got 3.75, so I had 3 winners, no losers today. So that's good, 3.75. All right, now we just let Soto tell us what he's got here. And what we're going to do, we're going to update the spreadsheet for the team, and it's just kind of more of a fun thing to do here. It's not something that means a lot. The 1 point is it's all about this 1 point a day, and you'll see here we have that challenge met again, made 1 point this morning. And Soto, I showed the trade just a minute ago where Soto's chart there, so proof that it was made. And it's not me just saying, hey, we made a point today or we lost a point today. I don't do that. That's not what we do here. We're very transparent, show you everything. Showed his chart there and making a point. So, but now we're just kind of waiting on tallies for the team.
All right.
All right, you ready? What'd you make total?
Yeah.
Total points.
All right. 158.
158 total points. What'd you lose total?
100.
100. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we're gonna let me add this up here. All right. 158 plus 375. All right. So as a team, we made 162.5 today, or in a quarter. All right. Lost 100. So we netted out 62.5 or 62 and a quarter points there. So good job. That was a total net profit of $1,748. We paid $1,363 in commission. But that's also based on the highest commission. Realistically, you would not doing that. But so a total is $28,485. So that's growing nicely as well. But the big thing here, guys, for the challenge, the main thing I want you to see, anybody watching this video, is the individual results, which is 1 point a day. The parameters are that either Mitchell or Soto's first trade of the day we take. We don't take my trades. I've been doing this for 20 years. We don't take my trades. We take Mitchell or Soto's, which are their newer traders. So we take those trades, okay? And it's based on 1 point per contract. One contract per $1,000. We're looking for 1 point, okay? So that's what this represents. We've been doing this now for about 37 days, and you can see 1 point will compound and turn into good money. After 37 days, we're already up to $1,857.60, starting with a $1,000 account. 1 point a day, one win or one loss, and you're done. That's the name of the game here for this 1 point a day challenge. When we get to 2,000, we'll go 2 contracts, and still 1 point a day, for time being. But so nice job there. So that shows you what can happen with just 1 point a day. Is that 1 point is worth $50 today? You just keep on trading. It's going to be worth $50,000 before within a year or two. You'd be surprised and how quick that's going to increase to your value wise. But anyway, so nice job there, guys. Very good job. So for that standpoint, we're going to go ahead and look to shut this thing down, and we'll kind of do it again in the morning and go from there. Okay. So guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Good trade, Soto and Mitchell. Good trading today.
Yeah, Mitchell, have a safe flight, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely have a safe flight. Yeah, hopefully you can chime in from China. That'd be cool. And but be careful, man, for sure. All right. And then Paul, nice job this morning. LJ, good job, man. 3 points. That's great. Thanks for hanging out with us. And anybody else that's on, sure appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And we'll see y'all in the morning. Everybody have a safe day, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
You've been listening and watching the Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge. Live stream. Remember, we're live daily, 9 to 11, and BK, Soto, and Mitchell are here to help. The Titan Futures 1 Point a Day Challenge, where anyone can learn how to day trade the futures market. Till next time.